welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I have Miss Lovely B here, and you may know her as, I know we just like practiced this like 10 times. Okay. It's gone. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. It's simdefolie.
Simdefolie. Thank you. I have Simdefolie here. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for, coming. I'm actually very excited. And I told everybody that I was doing this interview today, like my friends personally, just because you used to live in my hometown, which is like the closest I've ever come to anybody doing this. And if I'm correct, I'm living in your hometown currently.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So we're actually going to have a special at the end of this, London versus Kitchener. I'm really excited. Like my fiance is like, okay, are you going to ask them this? So basically what we're going to do, and this is going to save to the end, because we're going to talk about sim stuff first and then, the real fun between London and Kitchener. But basically we're going to talk about restaurants, transportation, education, and roads. I definitely think you have to talk about roads if you live in London. I'm just saying.
I know I'm really bad with maps and roads, and I'm a GPS girl. Like if you don't have the GPS on, I don't know where I'm going.
No, the construction on the roads.
Oh gosh, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna be like, name your favorite road.
I know. Okay, good. I was
no, construction on the roads.
Yeah. It'll be the places I've lived, and that's it. That's all I'll know.
Anyways, let's get this started. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your Sims history?
All right, perfect. Yeah, well, to start, my name is Dee. I'm 27 years old. I was born and raised in Canada, Kitchener, and I just recently bought my very first home with my fiance. Very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, we're very excited. I'm in it now. I'm in my home. This is my office. I'd show you it, but it's super messy. I have 2 cats, Gus and Monty. I have a dog named Cece, who's the light of my life. I take her to the dog park every single morning and sometimes in the afternoon. And I have a snake, like I told you. Yeah.
Sorry.
The snake.
The snake.
Anybody who's scared of snakes, I won't go on about him, but his name's Achilles and he's really cool. But if you couldn't tell, I love animals. So that's a bit about me. But yeah, my Sims history. I've been playing Sims since it came out in 2000. My favorite one was Making Magic. I thought that was the best pack. And when they came out with paranormal stuff pack or whatever it is in Sims, I was like, this is not even close. I wanted Making Magic remastered. Like that's what I wanted. I was like, this sucks. This is not what I wanted. But it was fine. I also love Sims 1 Vacation too. But Sims 1 was where it was at.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot about Sims Vacation. I used to play the shit out of that. I used to make my Sims, like my original Sims, like go on vacation, like all the time. What I was actually hoping for
was more in Vacation World than I was playing in the actual town. Like I was like, that's all right. Let's go get my metal detector out and do all that.
Oh my God. I was just about to say that. I'm like, anytime I see anybody on the beach, especially at Port Stanley with a metal detector, I'll be like,
yes, you go. You go.
Played the Sims. You played the Sims.
Exactly. You must have.
Oh my gosh. B, what I actually was hoping for, instead of like the cursed pack of My Wedding Story, I was really hoping that it was going to be Hot Date remastered.
Oh yeah.
Because I would have shit my pants. I think that would have been a way better job than the trash dumpster of My Wedding Story. Before we get into that, dumpster. So you played Sims 1. Obviously I know you played Sims 4, but did you play Sims 2 or Sims 3?
I played them all, and I played I also played Sims 2 Busting Out and I think it was Sims 2 maybe. It might not have been Sims 2. Don't quote me, but I played them all, like at all the PlayStation ones. Anytime a new Sims game would come out, like I have all the packs. I have even all the packs of Sims 1, 2, 3, like, because they're free now, like you can just download them. So I was like, why not? And then Sims 4, unfortunately, I've probably paid way too much money for all of the packs, but this is why I love CD keys, because you can get them discounted sometimes.
See, the only time I've ever used CD keys was I helped Simmer with the marketing. She contracted me out to give her a roadmap because she wanted to be an influencer. And I mean, I work in marketing, so this is something that I know, like the steps on how to do it. Like I will always say, if you want to be an influencer like that, like, I'm sorry, it doesn't take that unless you know rich people. It's a 1, 3, 5, and 7 year plan. So I wrote it all out for her and she's like, thank you so much. I want to pay you. And I said, that's okay. I mean, I do this all the time. And she's like, well, let me buy you cottage living. And I said, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Woo, I mean,
down.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll take that.
I'll take that. So where she lives in the world, EA doesn't allow her to buy gifts from other parts. So she had to use CD keys. And the game is so broken. I know. I was just sitting there and I was just like,
but really at this point, are we expecting anything different?
No,
like all of the packs are broken.
No. I mean, the cottage living, the CD key one is super broken.
Like it didn't work?
It's like anytime, because I've not really been able to use the place. My Sims will just stand there and do nothing. Like when they're there, I can't, the cows don't come out.
Really?
The roosters might come out maybe. Yeah. Oh. So I
don't know. I thought I bought mine through CD keys and it worked. So that's why
mine, it didn't. It still doesn't to this day. I bought that.
Maybe they bought it in a different language and then you're playing in English and then it's like a different language. I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. And it makes me
I could not tell you.
I got that kit because I wanted to do my first ever Let's Play. I've done 2 episodes of a failed Let's Play because to this day, because for Rose Chronicles, I put them there because they just went to a farm and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just use this. I had a hard time with them not, like, they weren't doing anything. Like nothing would happen. Yeah. Like the bunnies would just do this. Like they couldn't move.
Broken bunnies.
Like the ducks would just like, it was like a glitch. And it's still to this day. So I was just like, it breaks my heart so much because I was so excited for this kit. And I'm so thankful that she bought it for me, but it's so broken.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And I was like,
have you tried uninstalling it and like reinstalling it? Yeah. That's like the dumbest question. Of course you have, but like, yeah, you got to say it, right? Like that's like when tech support's like, did you try taking it, unplugging it? No, I've never thought to unplug something that's not working before.
Or
like, of course I unplugged it. Or turn it off. Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Like, of course I turned it off.
Or anytime you have to call Rogers or Bell when your internet's working. Did you reset it? No,
I did not reset it.
You know what? I figured
that's so smart. I should have. Yeah.
I figured I'd waste 45 minutes on the phone with you to be transferred 10 times. Fuck it. I should have just.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Now it's working. Wow.
Wow. Oh my God. Thank you. You're the hero. Work. Oh
yeah.
I hate Rogers and I hate Bell.
Yeah.
They're both
Rogers
awful.
I'm with Rogers and they're like, okay, but my dad once did say, and I quote, Rogers can and should go to hell. And he put that on his messenger. You know, when you used to have MSN Messenger, he put that on his quote. And I was like, that's going to get him, Dad. Like, that's going to get Roger.
Mr. Rogers.
Show him.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, you got the Rogers Center, because that's like where our money's going into, right? My phone bill is $63. My internet's like over 100. When I tell people that in the States, they're like, girl, like you're getting like ripped off. And I'm like,
yep. But like, try to find a competitor that isn't garbage. Like, you know, my fiance was on, what was that one called? It's so bad. I've brushed it out of my brain. Yes. He was on Freedom. Terrible. And he, like, I would call him at work and he'd be like, what? Like, just like shouting into the phone. Like, I can't hear you. And I'm like, screaming. Like I used to scream on the phone at him so that he could hear me. And I was getting so annoyed that we're like, no, we're changing providers. I can't keep screaming. Like, I'm falling out of love with them. Just kidding. We have to change it.
It's insane though. Like, who are you gonna go to? Fido?
No.
Like,
yeah.
Hellas?
Yeah. No.
Right?
Telus.
No.
Oh, we used to be on Telus, and they just, every time we looked at our bill, it was like $30 more than the last time. And we're like, how is this possible? If minutes are free and data, I'm not going over. Should I call them minutes? Because I'm so old.
I watched a video last night about things that kids born in 2010 don't understand what minutes were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. No.
But they don't know what minutes are.
But yeah, like
that's what my uncle said to me the other day. He called me on my birthday and he's like, well, I don't want to waste all of your minutes, so I'll talk to you later. And I was like, that's fine. Hey, all right.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no, I can't remember.
I don't want to waste my minutes either.
Remember after 7:00, it'd be like free. Yes, and you'd be like, I'd like wait till 7 to like call my girlfriend, and we'd be on the phone till like 10 o'clock, like every night.
Yeah.
And then we would also be on like MSN Messenger, because I'd be on the phone with her and we'd both be on MSN Messenger talking to other people. Like, that's just how cool we were.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, we were talking about The Sims. Like,
Yep. Why not? Like, I remember being on webcam. Like, I'd put my little webcam onto my computer and it wasn't built in or anything. And like it was, I just remember like MSN Messenger was where it was at. And then whoever you were dating, you'd put their name and like little emojis all around it in your description.
I was always a Fallout Boy girl lyric girl. So I'd be like, sugar, we're going down swinging. And then like ILY Colin. Yes. Or there you go. Forever, I had the Watchman one. They'll look up and they'll look up and whisper, "Save us!" And they'll look up and shout, "Save us!" And I'll whisper, "No." I had that for like a year. Like oh my God, I miss MSN Message. Kids don't get it anymore. They just like, if somebody slid into my DMs.
Do people even use Facebook Messenger? Me and my best friend, that's how we talk only with Facebook Messenger. But other people use, is there something cooler now like that I don't know about?
No, I honestly, I use Facebook Messenger, I would say more than I actually use Facebook.
I don't use Facebook.
No, because it's toxic. Messenger. It's a toxic, messy work thing.
Sad pictures of all these sad things. And it's like, I just can't look at all this right now. I'll look at it when I'm in a better spot.
It's hard. Especially, I feel like Facebook just pumps out so much fake news.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and even that, like, I'm so gullible too. So I'm like, I can't look at all this stuff because I'll go into my fiance's room or our room and I'd just be like, is this really true? And he'd be like, no, that's crap. Like, that's not true.
Right. But that's what's scary about it. It looks so real that it can trick anybody into thinking that it is real. Like a good example right now, what's going on in Canada is the return of, because we're no longer paying for license plate stickers.
Yes. Yeah.
And all these people are getting scammed because they're getting texts. And like, that's devastating.
That is devastating. I'm not gullible like that. Like, I'm trying to sell one of my iPhones, my old phone.
Yeah.
And people keep being like, oh, if you Purelate it to me, I'll send you an e-transfer. And I'm like, yeah, over my dead body, will I send you this phone? Like,
right.
It's cash or nothing. Like, get out of here.
Pay me first. Then, yeah.
Exactly. I'm not going to just mail you my phone and hope that you send me money. No, but there are a lot of people. Those are the only people that have reached out. Nobody else wants the phone, but that's fine. I'll just have 2 phones. It's what it is.
I feel like at this point, it is like,
I think you just need to trade it in now at this point. Like, people, because they're so cheap to get a new phone. Like, I didn't have to pay anything to get my new phone. So people aren't buying
old
phones anymore. No. Like, they're just like, I'll just get a new phone.
No, I still have my iPhone 8 and over my dead body, I will get rid of that phone. I will have that.
I loved my 8.
I like the button. I've never had an iPhone without a button. I will continue to not have an iPhone without a button. My best friend has an iPhone 13 and she's always like, come on, get a new one. I'm like, my phone bill is $63. How much is your phone bill?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And she's like, oh, come on. I'm like, but it's expensive. Like, we got quoted from Rogers this month, like $120 a month and that's with a new phone that we have to return after 2 years. We don't own it after. It's a fucking rental. I'm going to
Yeah.
fucking pay that much. Sorry, I'm back. I will calm down in a minute. But like, if you have to pay that much for a rental phone for 2 years, and you cannot send it back damaged, it has to be as crisp as you got it as the day you got it.
Or you have to buy it out the rest of the, because they give you like a $500 discount on the phone.
Yes.
And then, but if you pay that $500, you get to keep the phone. But it's like, I'm pretty sure I've already paid for the phone up until that $500 just with my monthly charges. Like, you don't need to tell me. Yeah.
No, I'm going to knock on wood. I'm very good with my iPhones. I've never had a problem. I OtterBox the shit out of them. I don't.
If you don't have a screen protector on your phone, you're crazy. Like, I just don't understand people that don't have screen protectors.
I totally agree. Anyways, let's get back into The Sims.
Yeah. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about.
Okay. Let's talk about, did you see the news last night and this morning that there's a new kit that's going to be specifically about decor, to the max. I saw it last night and I sent it to Rory and Sims Build Boys, or Sims Boy Builds. And I was just like, because like we were joking at the round table that I'm like, we this always is the case. Like, you'll see like Microsoft be like, new kit, and someone will take a picture of it and we'll be like, is this real? We were really excited because we had talked about that. We hope the next kit would be a decor kit. I think
that's what a lot of people want. I think. I
mean, like, nobody wants kits though. Like, let's.
Yeah, no. But if we were to get a kit, I think people would want them to be furniture based, because the game, like Dust the Bus, was crap. Like, it's the glitchiest kit in the world. And it's like, why'd you even introduce that? Like, if you're not going to spend hours and hours and hours testing the gameplay, do not send a new kit out. It's like, that's $10 that somebody, or however much it is. Like, I don't know how much they are, but because I'm just blindly buying Sims products like an idiot. But they're $8. They're
$8.69 with tax.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is still a lot for a kit that doesn't even work. Yeah. So that drives me crazy. Yeah. I would rather them get rid of kits and just incorporate even more into the kits or the packs that they're already making. Like, if you were going to add 20 new items to this kit, put them in another pack, like, don't charge us extra money, or make it a base game update. Like, really just update the game.
No, I agree. It's like, at some point we're basically, why are we paying for content that we should just already have, since it's a very expensive game to begin with? I don't know. Like, I'm like, I just want to see what's in this kit. Like, what I was basically hoping that this kit would be is like going to Winners or HomeSense and just like going to buy decor is kind of what I'm hoping. Like, we could have self-driving cars, but I have to download CC blankets.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm also just shocked that we've not seen an IKEA kit yet. Like,
everybody wants one.
I know everybody wants one, but like, it's just crazy. Like, then, eventually they'll be like the Dyson vacuum kit or the Dyson hair kit, or just like something like that. Which leads me to my next question. So I'm sure you saw as well as Logitech is partnering with The Sims. For headphones that are actually not going to be available in Canada.
Oh, what?
No, they're only going to be available in 12 countries, and Canada didn't make the list. The States did though. We could go to the States, but I don't know if I'm ready to go to the States.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm ready to go there either.
No, I don't know. It's definitely not Florida.
Nothing against the States, but I just don't want to travel really anywhere yet. Like, we're getting rid of masks in Ontario on the 21st, I think. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready to show my face to anyone. Like,
oh my God, I felt
your air.
I felt the same way. I'm basically just going to continue to wear a mask because COVID's not done.
I feel comfortable. No. Yeah.
It's not. Honestly,
I feel like we're just going to have a spike of cases again. Like,
Ford just wants to get reelected. That's literally.
He's doing anything to make people happy at this point.
He's like giving away money left, right, and center. You got rid of the license plate stickers, the vacation stay credit, tax credit that you can claim on your taxes next year. He's dropped the price of Go by 50%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He just did something. He's giving nurses $5,000.
Well, I like that.
I like that, but it's just kind of like, oh, so you've suffered for 2 years mentally, you've lost family members and have watched probably thousands of people die, but here's $5,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Your money
shut up. Yeah.
Shut
like,
up.
But like, here's the thing. They don't want that. They want, more nurses, more ICU beds and actual funding,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But anyways,
make my job easier. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I can sit and talk about like idiot man. For sure. I call him the angry blue man because he's always out in a blue suit and he's always just like sweating and he's just like so angry all the time. But anyways, the headphones are not available in Canada. If they were available in Canada, do you think that you would buy them?
Well, I already have headphones. I'm not wearing them right now, but they're the Steel Series Arctis 7, I think they are. And they're really nice and they're super comfortable. Like this little band is so I can't even think of the word. Like it's floating on the top of my head. It feels great. And they're very cushioned. So I'm very much like, if it's not broken, I don't need another one. Like I don't, like I have my AirPods because they're little. And then I have those because like they are better quality. Like I think they're better quality and they're better for what I need them for my computer. So, and recording my videos and hearing it back and looking cool. So,
right. I mean, I'm obviously,
but I do like the look of the other one.
I'm a basic bitch. I got my Razer Cat headphones. Like,
I love them though. They're so cute.
I know that I specifically, I cheaped out on everything I bought, but I wanted these.
You're like, that's it. I'm buying these.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I wouldn't get them. Like the thing is, I don't really like Logitech. And
you can't see the colors.
No.
You can't see it on your head unless you have a mirror above your computer. Bad glare.
What I think they should have done is half blue, half green, plumb bobs going up the side that change colors.
Ooh,
that would have been cool. Instead of it just being like this chunky blue, and all the plumb bobs are on the inside, like the inside band here. Like you're not seeing that.
I haven't really looked at them that closely. Like I should look at these now and really see what. I'm like, oh, those don't sound very nice. Like the picture that they took to announce them, everything looked very cool and like very colorful. But then I was like, I can't really tell what they look like, right? Like, and I haven't looked into it, but I should enter the competition. I saw Deligracy. I watched some of her videos and I saw that she just entered it. And I'm like, I should do that. I should win a pair of headphones. I'll just end up giving them away.
I mean, if I ever won them, I would give them away. Because again,
we like what we like. We already have headphones,
Exactly.
Unless it's broken, I don't need another pair. Yeah.
Speaking of it's broken, my wedding pack. I know you gave a pack away. Did you buy a pack as well for yourself?
I did.
How has it been for you?
I actually haven't had any problems so far, except there are some weird occurrences of where I will be playing and my sim will be trying to talk to another NPC and just like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. And the guy will just gone. He just disappears like they're in the middle of a conversation. And I was like, that doesn't happen really in any other world that I've noticed, but it happened like 4 times in one session when I was playing. And I was like, that's a little strange, but whatever. It works. Like the build and buy is beautiful. Like I love it. I love decorating with it. Right now I'm building like a wedding venue that also, because when we were looking at wedding venues, there's this really cool one that had like a cabin on site as well for the bride and groom to stay in at night. Yeah. After like the shenanigans of the night. And then you get to go and stay in that room. And so I'm building a venue that also has like a little cottage on top of it as well, and you can get to it. So I'm working on that. And so far, like I've been in Tartosa pretty much ever since it came out. Like that's my favorite world, I think, so far. Like I love it. I love the look of it. But I haven't really noticed anything too horrible about it yet. But I know a lot of people are complaining about it being very broken. But I just started a Let's Play and I only posted one video so far, but I just started a Let's Play. And so far it's been fine. Like I've only posted one of the videos, but I've recorded maybe 4.
Okay.
And I'm just working on editing them now. And yeah, so far, like it's at least 4 hours of playing, but then some of it is just me getting lost in my own thoughts and I'm just very silently doing stuff and I have to cut it out. But so far it's been fine. I really liked it, but I know a lot of people don't think that, but I'm a fan.
I bought it for the build buy. Like
I know a lot of people did that.
I don't have like normal gameplay aspirations anymore. Like I'm never doing another Let's Play. I don't want to do any more speed builds or cast videos. Like there are amazing speed builders and cast video like people out there. They're not coming to Stoss to see that. They're coming here to watch these interviews. And I know that. I absolutely know that. So I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to do any more speed builds or cast videos because they take a lot of time. And where I could be focusing it more on Rose Chronicles, which is like my like love child, like which I love the most.
Yeah.
But like I literally bought it for the wedding cakes, hoping that they would be in debug, and they're not. You have to make them.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the only reason. You have to make them, and they only last for 9 hours.
What?
Yeah. So
that is a quickly expiring cake.
Yes.
They need to change that. I agree.
Because I didn't. So I bought it.
Do you put it in the fridge and it's fine, or it still dies in 9 hours?
Still dies. It's a glitch right now. So I had no idea. I bought it because I wanted to, like, my dream is one day is to own a bakery, specifically a wedding cake bakery. That'd be so fun. I agree, right? So I was like, oh, I can make this in The Sims. These wedding cakes are actually not garbage.
Yeah.
They look cute, right? So I was like, I sat and I'm like, they're not in debug. Where the fuck are they? You actually have, you have to make them. So I made 5 for because I'm making a obviously wedding cake bakery, and by the time I finished the 5th one, the first one had already expired, and it has the green shit coming out of it, and I'm just like, fuck. Now I can't use that. Gosh. So I'm like 3 cakes. It is, kids. That's all you get from the display window. 3 cakes.
My God!
I was just so devastated. I was just like, ugh.
They need to change that. That makes no sense. Yeah. Like, how it takes so long. 9 hours in The Sims goes by so quickly. It takes so long to do stuff. Like just even going pee, it takes your sim like 40 minutes to pee. And you're like, can you just pee already? Like it should be sit down, pee, get up. That's it. You don't need to sit there until your bladder's full.
Right.
It takes too long.
Honestly, now I just cheat and make them happy all the time. I don't do any type of because what I do in The Sims is, make room builds now because I don't do actual cake builds because it takes a lot of time.
It does.
I did just make Cinderella's Chateau for Luna Wendy for her Disney Legacy Challenge because I do all her stuff. I do all her builds. I did that like last year when I first started. I was like, I want to do a collab with you. And she's like, do you want to make my stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And then she stopped doing it. She picked it back up. She's like, I know you're really big now. Do you still want to do my stuff? I'm like, you know it.
Yeah, you got it.
I've gotten better. So I got to ask you this. This is my segue to this. What trick have you learned in the last year that makes your builds better?
What trick?
Yeah.
I feel like I've learned so many little tricks, and it's all thanks to like these the Sims community is amazing. Like it's changed my life to become a part of it. I was always very anxious. Like 2 years ago, my name is Britney, but it's also, I go by B as well. People be like, Britney, we would have never seen you online. You'd have never shown your face. I'm a very private person. And then I was like, you need to branch out more. Like you needed to meet more people and don't be such a shut-in. And COVID, it's so easy to be a shut-in. And I still am. Like, it's fine. But I've just met so many great people, and I think I'm following like maybe 3,000 people. Like I'm following a lot of people because I just love to see what everyone else is doing, because I've learned so many fun tricks. Like what's the one girl, Serena Sims, watching her videos. It's like, you are doing so many cool things. I don't know how to use the tool mod very well, but I do have it installed, but I know how to make things a certain size, and that's good. But like I never used to if a shelf didn't have a spot to put something on it, I would just leave it. Like I'd just be like, that's fine. It doesn't work. I won't try and figure it out. But now I do like the move objects on, and I think it's 9 and 0, like raises
it's
it and
control
lowers it.
9, control 0. I was just like, the first time I ever saw that
on
happen.
my computer, it's not even control. It's just 9 and 0. I'm pretty sure, which is weird.
Yeah, if I just press 9 and 0, my camera just goes like this. That also looked really bad for anybody.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it is control. I'm so used to, like, it's all muscle memory at this point. Like, I'm just doing it with my hands. And my fiance will be like, wow, like you just built that so quickly. And I'm like, it's once you start doing it a lot, you can pump out a build pretty quickly, but whether you're proud of it or not is one thing. Like if I really rush a build and then I post it just so I can post, I'm often not very proud of those. Like I'm like, you didn't take your time on it. You didn't love it before you posted it. You just were in a rush and you posted it. So now I'm at the point where when I post it, I post it. You know, if it takes me 2 weeks to get something done, but I'm proud of it at the end, then that's fine. I don't care how long it took. So unless I had a deadline, like a challenge or something, then it's a bit different.
No, of course. I do you ever feel this way that you set yourself up with these unrealistic expectations of wanting to post like more often than you do? And then when you don't have something, you just kind of feel like let down. And then you're like, oh my God, but like, it doesn't actually matter.
Lose all my followers, nobody cares. Nobody's going to like me anymore. And it's like, that's not the case. Every time I've said like, oh, there's not going to be a post for a while, everybody's like, oh, you know, do you like, I get so many nice people responding to me saying like, it's all about what you need to do first. You take care of you and we'll be here when you get back. And I'm like, that's so sweet. Like it's a lot of really nice people in the community.
Oh my gosh. I will say this all the time. People like don't get it. Like why I've like become so like close with this community is like, everyone's so loving and welcoming. They
are. I haven't met one rude person. I haven't met one rude person since joining. I don't think.
I've had a couple interactions because like I'm very left leaning. And that's really pissed off some followers. And they've just said like, we're going to unfollow you and I hope you burn. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Whoa. Yeah, no, I've had people unfollow me. Like after I did my latest giveaway, I lost like 200 followers once I posted the winner. Yeah. And I was like, that's fine. Like, I want the people who want to be there, not just for the free stuff. Like the free stuff, like I've done maybe, I think 4 giveaways now. And it's because I have a bit extra that I can, like I can help. I want to give people this game that's so incredible that we all love. If I can, I will. And it's like, but if you don't want to follow me and you're only in it to win a free thing, I get that. I've followed people just to win free stuff before. If you're not really in it, then if you won, great. If you didn't, then I'll see you later. Maybe you'll be there at the next giveaway. I don't know.
I used to do the same. I used to give a stuff pack away every month. This is when I made commission and bonuses. I have not made either of those in almost 2 years since COVID. So I need every penny I can get.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, people would be like, would unfollow me. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is not with my nose like this. I have so many people follow me every day. It usually, I'll get like 20 new followers, but usually 10 to 15 will unfollow me. So kind of just like always levels of
it just,
I don't notice it.
I'll have some days of like crazy growth and then other days of like, I basically just gained but lost. So I'm now the same, you know?
But it's all bots, right? Like, I mean,
and I don't want those. Like I want real people that I can connect with. You know, I don't want just fake followers, you know, people care about the number. I don't care about the number. I care about, you know, quality, like how great these people are.
Yeah. And like, actually, when it comes to sponsorship deals, no one actually gives a shit about your follower count because it could be bots. It's actually engagement is what sponsorships actually go after is who's actually commenting on your videos. Do you comment back? Like, do you have good, like communication with your people? Do you have loyal people that will follow you and buy your product? They don't give a shit about your follower count.
Yeah. No, I have so many people that like I'll recognize their names. Like they'll say, I've had one girl reach out to me and just be like, cause I had surgery and she said, oh, like, I hope you're doing so much better after surgery. And I was just like, so touched that she really remembered. Like, I'm very open. I share a lot about myself online now. But I didn't used to be that way. Like, and I'm a very big mental health advocate. So I I do mental health check-ins with them. And I think some people really appreciate that. Some people might not. They might be like, I'm only here for Sims. I don't want to learn about mental health. And I'm like, that's fine. Whatever you want. Like, I've mostly put that stuff in my story so that I can communicate with them after. Like, I'll say, how are you feeling today? And if they say that they're having a bad day, I will message them, because I want to, if I can make it better in any way, what can I do? Like, just let me know.
Exactly.
But I just love the community. Like, I'm always talking, my fiance's name's Jacob, and I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody just said something so nice. And they're like, oh.
Right? Like, I get you. Like, I will sit here and be like, people be like, I was having a rough day. I listened to your podcast and it made me feel better. I'm like,
yeah. Oh, I touched your live.
I had a big one last week. I actually cried. So, for Rose Chronicles, I kind of separated it from my main page to its own page. I mean, it's its own beast. It takes a lot of time. This person reaches out to you. She's like, hey, I just want to let you know that I read your story and it inspired me to finally release mine.
Oh,
I was just like,
so sweet.
I was going to bed. I was like crying.
I've inspired someone.
And that was the whole point. That was the whole point of this.
That's the whole point of it all. Yeah.
It's just to inspire the next person, because Christine Sims inspired me. I interviewed her, told her that. She was like, oh, I had no idea. And this person told me that. I'm like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No, I love that. That's the whole point of the community, right? To inspire one another. Now, speaking of the community, you do a lot of these really big community collabs. What has been your favorite collab so far?
Oh, well, I would say they were both really good. Like, we had such great people. I think I was in 2 of them. One was the Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
And then the other one was just a collab with me and a girl named Gracie.
Okay.
I'm blanking on the name of her account, but right now she's taken a step back from playing. I think she's in school, so she's focusing on that. But I loved them both. Like, it was just because I got to meet so many people. Like, I'd probably say, and I worked with Gracie in the second collab as well, but I'd probably say the second one was more exciting, because like, I got to work with her again and everyone else as well, and like meet all these new people. So I really liked that. And I liked what we all came up with, and they were all so different. And that's what's so cool. Like, I've been to paint nights before where you're all painting the same thing, but when you look around the room, it's different. Like, it's all different. Mine doesn't look like hers or his or theirs or whatever. Like, it just doesn't look the same. And I'm just like, that's what's cool. Like, we all had different ideas of, like, I love The Sims because you don't have to fit into a cookie cutter, like, do whatever you want, literally their expression, what's their quote? Like, play with life. Like,
yes,
you get to do that. You get to play with life. You get to do whatever you want in The Sims. So,
I totally
Winter Wonderland.
I totally agree. Do you think you'd ever host one?
Well, I did host the Winter Wonderland one.
Okay.
And I actually did reach out. I think I hosted them both, but like, Gracie and I were in the first one together as a team, but I reached out to her to ask her if she wanted to do a collab, because I had seen her builds and I just loved her style. And I just said, she was the first. I was so anxious messaging her too, because I was like, she's going to say no, she doesn't want to do it. But she was so sweet and lovely, and it was great getting to know her. And I respect her for, dealing with my, like, I'm so bad with, like, my ADHD is coming out, but this is the second time we tried to do this interview. Like, I'm bad with punctuality, and like, I really am trying to be better at that. And so she was very patient with me, which I appreciated, because I had a lot going on, like, health wise. So it was very difficult to like do it all at once, so I just kind of set boundaries for myself, and she respected them. And I love that. Like, it was a good time.
No, I
have to think of what her account name is.
If you think about it, let me know. Like, I always love following builders. Like, the thing is, like, I've always associated myself as a builder, like most of my like Sims career, I would say. I've switched to cast the last little bit, and storytelling, just because like it's so much faster. No, not storytelling, but cast is a lot faster than a than a build. What's funny? Cast people tell me cast takes longer than a build does. And I'm like,
You have not seen me build them.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right?
a normal builder, like an average builder, but like people who really are intense with, I'm a perfectionist. And if I see one rock out of place in my post, I will delete the whole thing and repost it once I fixed it. Like I just cannot, I have very high standards for myself. I'm like, no, this has to be perfect or I'm not posting this garbage.
I preach into the choir. I'll sit and look at a pack and I'll be like, oh my God. Or sorry, not a pack, a build. And I'll be like, Stas, what the hell are you doing? That's a shit angle. Now I'm just really good at Photoshop. So I can just be like, I'm just going to move.
Don't worry. Yeah. I'll just,
everything I usually post does go through a round of Photoshop before I post it, just because it makes life easier if I make a mistake or when I want to add the sun in, and like light instead of it being like this like sad, dreary game. Cause like I have reshades and stuff, but I haven't updated it. So it's a little broken and my laptop's like a mom answering email laptop. So if I can just spend a minute and just cause I have like actions, like Photoshop actions ready to go. So I can just like put them in and then just press it. Okay. And it does everything. I will do that versus uninstalling the reshade stuff to put it back in because there's no way it's going to work. Like
it took me so long to even get it installed in the first place. And it doesn't even work 100%. Like Gracie showed me the Dove reshade and her Dove reshade versus my Dove reshade. They are not the same thing. Nope. Like mine is like bright and colorful and hers is kind of like very like, it's not darker, but it's like, it looks like it's shaded better. Like it just looks clearer and but mine's just like this bright and that's it. Like you just have a brighter game and that's it. I was like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing then. I'll just leave it at that. But that's the only one I use too.
Right. I use Dawn for all my stuff and it makes it like a little like orange, yellow, orange, and pink as the colors that shine through, which is perfect. And then when I again, literally just take all my stuff, put it there. Like everyone's like so saturated in the sun with my post, but I'm like, deal with it. Deal with it.
This is how it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is what you came here for.
Yeah, for my train mess. My train mess. Oh my God, my train wreck mess is what I was trying to say. Train wreck mess. I got a couple more questions for you, and then we're gonna switch to I'm very excited for London versus Kitchener. Do you have all the packs?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I figured you did. What's your favorite pack?
My favorite pack, I think I would say, is Island Living, and that's only because I love the world so much, and I had the most gameplay in it. Like, I don't build there that often because I find like there's really only one. I like things to look like they match. And so there's really only one style of build, like either bright white or like the hut style, like, with the thatched roof and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't build there that often because that's not really the builds that I do, but that's where I played the game the most, where I like tried to do a rags to riches sort of thing. And that was really fun. And that was the first time I ever tried to do a rags to riches. And it was because James Turner, who's on YouTube, he did one. And I was like, I got to give that a shot because I didn't even know what it was until then. I was like, what is rags to riches? Pretty self-explanatory, but I'm like, I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'd say Island Living's my favorite pack.
Okay. What's your least favorite pack?
Well, I'm kind of cheating. Like, I think my least favorite, it'd be a kit. Does that count?
That's totally fine.
It'd be a kit. Bust the Dust. Worst kit ever. And I was most excited for that kit. Like, I was so excited. I was like, I love realism. I'm like, oh my God, I get to vacuum my house. How exciting. And it's like, okay, why are there 400 dust bunnies all over my house? Like, why can I never get this place clean? So I just shut it off now. And I'm like, what a waste of money. Like, sure, now I can have vacuums in my build if I want to have like a cluttered looking, or not even cluttered, but like they call it clutter in The Sims, but just like a lived in house, like have a closet with a vacuum in it, like see some realistic stuff. Like that's what I like it for. But other than that, it's garbage. It's a waste of money. Do not buy it.
I totally agree. I sat there. I was like, I don't vacuum in real life. So I don't know what the fuck would possess me to vacuum in The Sims.
Exactly.
We know that The Sims has at least 2 to 3 more years of Sims 4 content that they're currently working on, which will include a new expansion pack coming out either in Q2 or Q3 of this year. Obviously with another probably 20 kits coming out because that's all they know how to do. But
just a quick way to make money.
100%. But they've also said that they could be refreshing more packs. What packs would you like to see refreshed?
I'd like to see seasons refreshed. I love seasons, but I wish that they would be like more outdoor activities specific to the weather. Like it's like throw a snowball or make a snow angel and, you know, things like that. It's not like once they introduced the one that has Mount Komorebi. I don't know how to say it.
It's the Snowy
Escape.
Snowy Escape.
Yeah, Snowy Escape. That one I really liked because you could do outdoor activities like skiing and rock climbing and stuff like that. I was like, that's fun. Like seasons should have had that, I think. Like, and yeah, I'd like to see them amp that one up. I just love to see them amp them all up. Like originally, when I first got The Sims 4, I bought it when it first came out, like day of release. And I went home and I played it and I hated it so much that I took it back to the store and begged them to give me my money back. And they did, which was shocking. And I didn't play it for maybe 2 or 3 more years. Yeah. And then I was like, I'll try it again. I was very much into Sims 3. Like I was like customization, cars, horses. You could have all that fun stuff in Sims 3. And I just thought Sims 4 was so lackluster. There were like 4 things that you could do in the game and that's it. And I was like, this is so boring. And now base game is so much different from what it would have been when it was first released. Like, so I think it was released in 2014, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was like in 2014, there was like, here are 10 things that you can do in The Sims. Bye-bye. See you later. And it's like, why would I do that then when Sims 3 has so much more? So I stayed with Sims 3 until Sims 4 kind of got built up. Ooh, I just hit my microphone. Kind of got built up. And then that's when I bought Sims 4 again. And then I've loved it since. But I think they should just amp up all the packs. I think we spend so much money on these packs that you should always be fixing them. Don't just release. That's the thing I hated about The Sims is like, Sims 1 got so broken, so they came out with Sims 2, and then Sims 2 got so broken, so they came out with Sims 3, and continuing on. It's like, fix what you already have that we've already paid for, you know, like, don't just keep making new packs to make new money. Show us that you care about the people who are playing your game and that you're making these packs better for us. But so, yeah. But I want everything. So I want them to fix it all.
I agree. I want them to fix it all. I feel like that's my way with Sims 5. Like I'm not going to go run out and buy Sims 5 the first day it comes out. I have basically all the packs for Sims 4. I have a shit ton of CC that's not going to carry over to Sims 5. Like I would probably give Sims 5 like 2 to 3 years before I bought it. I would never get
some packs out, some bugs out.
I would also never pay full price for it. Like I bought Sims when it was like 85% off and I bought it for like $5 and I got the digital exclusive. So I got like the extra guitar and some shit like that, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Worth it. $5.
Hey, $5 is like nothing. It's like a coffee and Timbits. Like it's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. What is your favorite room to decorate or make?
I'd say kitchen. I love making kitchens because my kitchen in my house is my favorite part.
Yeah.
I lived in an apartment that had like literally the size of a laptop amount of counter space. Like you couldn't cook in there at all. I have to use the stove top as a counter as well. And I'm like, one time, like I melted something and I was like, what? I didn't even know this was on. like it was just a stupid kitchen. And now I have this beautiful kitchen and I love it. So much counter space with an island. But it's not 100% how I would have designed it. So down the road, I would want to change it. But for right now, I'm living in hog heaven. I'm happy that I have what I have. And that's why I really like building kitchens in Sims because I like to know what I want down the road. Like now I know that I want the white subway tile, you know, like I just have learned things that I want. I want marble countertops. I want clean white everything. And then maybe navy blue cabinets. Like I'm just all over the place, but I change my mind all the time. That's the thing. Who knows what it will be or what will come out before then.
Yeah. Like when
you see the craziest things come out all the time.
Oh God. Yeah.
Fridges that talk to you.
I want a fridge that talks to me. Okay. Like I think I'd be having
conversations every day with my fridge.
They'd be like, especially if it was like through the pandemic. Could you imagine? I've made a friend. It's our fridge.
Yeah. And did you see did you watch Modern Family?
No.
Okay. There was an episode where they got a new fridge. Cam and Mitchell got a new fridge. They're the gay couple. And I think it started out as Cam was talking to this fridge a lot and really loved the new fridge. And then Mitchell got kind of jealous of the fridge. And then he started talking to the fridge. And then the fridge is like, guys, there's enough of me to go around for everyone. And I'm like, oh my God. What a stupid scene. But it was so funny. I love that scene.
No, that's so funny.
They're both having an affair with their fridge.
Like I would totally have an affair with my fridge. I agree with you. The kitchen is my life. I went to school culinary. There you go. I'll eventually redo my kitchen one day. It's not going to be anytime soon, but
but me either. Yeah,
it's my dream, right? Okay, what's your least favorite room?
My least favorite room. I would say like it's really hard for me to decorate like a basement.
Okay.
Like when people want basements in my builds, I'm like, it's so dark down there and I can't put a window and like, and it's so much wall space. Like, I feel like I'm struggling to fill up the wall space in a way that's not too cluttered, but like, like it's just, I hate basements. I'm like, no, I'm not building a basement in this build. It's gonna 2 levels, that's it, or like whatever. I'm not doing it.
I agree with you. Basements are awful. I don't build them anymore. The only way I build them is if I'm doing like a castle build and I just need a lower level so I can get rocks at the lower level to shoot them up is the only way I use.
Okay. That's a trick you just taught me. Literally, I'm doing a build and that's gonna help.
Yeah.
That you can you just put them down on the bottom level
and just make them big. Yeah. Make them big, shoot them up, and then you got rocks above.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. I'm going to see if that works for me or if I can figure it out. At least. I'm sure it works, but if I can figure it out is another thing.
Right. Well, I'm glad I was able to teach you something, and you can take your Sims shoes off. I just learned that one from Sims Life Logan. I had no idea. I was like, oh my God.
What do you mean you take them off?
You can take your shoes off. If you have the snowy kit, you can take the shoes off.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I thought that was only in the snowy kit. I didn't know but that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I love. When she told me that, I was like,
that little sign.
I was like, why?
Yeah. And it's so cute. It's an added, like, I just love little things like that you're like, oh, they added that in. That's so cute. Like little things like that.
No, it is cute, right? It brings a level of realism to the game.
Yes.
Speaking of realism, let's talk about real life cities. Yeah. And let's do a comparison. Now we're going to break it down into 5. Entertainment, education, food, let's say definitely construction, roads. And then 5, we'll just, like compare like basically apples to apples. If there's anything secret about or special about your town that like, you didn't know about. So let's definitely start with entertainment. London is awesome for entertainment. I know
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot. I'm sorry. There's nothing to do in Kitchener unless you want to go to, I didn't know what Ezra Street was until like this year.
I don't know I've lived there almost. What street?
Ezra. That's where they have like the big St. Patrick's party every year for the university kids.
Oh.
Oh,
we lived there most of my life, but nope.
Yeah. So like London, you got like, you can go see the London Knights. No offense to the Kitchener Rangers.
Yeah. But like, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm cheating on the Kitchener Rangers if I say the London Knights are better. I haven't actually, you know what? I have to stick with Kitchener Rangers because I've only seen them play. I haven't seen the London Knights ever play, ever. Like I've never gone.
Oh.
Because Jacob doesn't care for, like, he likes hockey, but he doesn't care to go to see that. He's like, if I want to go see hockey, I'm going to go see my team play. Like,
which I was just assuming is the Kitchener Rangers.
No, it isn't. He was born in London, but he's more into like, is it called like the NHL? Like
NHL.
where
yeah. So is he a Leafs fan?
No, he's not. He likes the Philadelphia Flyers, which I don't know why. I think it's because they're orange and he loves the color orange. So,
I mean,
I think when he was a kid, he said, this team's orange. I like them. And then just kept with it his whole life.
Well, he's got Gritty as his mascot. So like,
yeah,
that's crazy. So, okay. You have to, I know your fiance's not a fan, but like going to a London Knights game, there's just something that like nothing ever prepares you for the amount of fun you're going to have. I'm also really biased because I grew up like with the London Knights. Like that's what you went Friday night. Like tickets used to be like $5. Like before it was, Budweiser Gardens, before it was the JLC, which any true Londoner will always call it the JLC. It was the Ice House. And it was, do you know where Costco South is? Yeah. Okay. So you know where the McDonald's is?
Yeah.
In that building was the Ice House. And that's where the London Knights played forever. And then they bought the place downtown, which is really nice that it's downtown and it's really big. And then
so many other things are there too. Like,
oh my God,
Cirque du Soleil.
Yep.
There.
Like Sir fucking
Magic
Elton
show.
John has come to the
him.
Right? Selena Gomez came. Like, I'm sorry.
I've seen Elton John in concert 5 times.
Oh my God.
My mom's in love with him, so she takes me all the time.
When I had the opportunity to go to Vegas for my 21st birthday, I had the choice to see Elton John or Britney Spears. I chose Elton John. I had already seen Britney. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I need some Candle in the Wind.
John.
I need some Can You Feel the Love Tonight? You know, that's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
I also feel like London has a lot more going on. Like there's always an event there. There's
very
always
busy.
Something. I think it's just because it is such a heavy university town. My experience with Kitchener, I feel like there isn't really ever anything happening here that I know of.
Boring.
Yeah.
I used to call it, and I still do. I don't normally say it, but I'm like Shitchener because it's shit and I don't like it.
Oh my God.
But I said, I'm never moving back to Kitchener. Like it's just never going to happen. You know, the only thing Kitchener I think has going for it is the highway system. Their highway system is flawless.
Oh, like we'll talk about transportation in a minute. I will fucking agree with you.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Having the 7-8 is like a goddamn lifesaver. Now, I would like to say London has 1 for entertainment and Kitchener does have 0.
Yes.
I think that's pretty fair.
Now
let's talk about food. Now, I'm very biased because I'm a chef, so I love to go out and eat. I feel like London has this like underground restaurant scene that's so good that like I feel like Kitchener is missing. Do you feel
Kitchener has better shawarma?
No shit, because there's like 1,000 shawarma places.
And there's so much, but like London's getting so many too. And they're all horrible. Like every shawarma place I get in, I'm like, you need to go to Kitchener and try their shawarma near Fairview Mall. Like I hate shawarma in London. And I love shawarma. And so I'm so upset about that there's no good shawarma place.
I have to ask you this. So being a Kitchener person, do you just like not like Fairway Mall and like Conestoga better? Is that just kind of like the vibe? Like if you had to go to the mall, like what mall would you go to?
I would prefer to go to Conestoga, but I'd go to Fairview more often.
Okay, because
that's
closer?
the one I go to. Yeah, because I lived on Grand River Boulevard. Okay. So it was right near there. Like it took me 5 minutes to get to that mall. So it was like even though you can get like, not like in London where it takes a billion years to get across town, but you could get to Conestoga quicker than you could get like anywhere in London. It was ridiculous. Yeah. That's why I moved to St. Thomas because I hate driving in London. I hate it so much.
Which will eventually bring us to roads. See, I have to ask this because like in London, like White Oaks Mall sucks. Nobody's like, man, let's go to White Oaks Mall. No, I gotta tell you,
that's the only one I would go to. Like, I go to the crappy malls because they're closer. Like,
you don't go to Masonville. Anytime I'm in London, I need to go to.
I do like Masonville more though. Masonville. I love it more. Yeah, and it's 2 levels, and it had fantastic.
It had a Disney store. What's gone now? Yeah. And the Hot Topic. Yeah,
it had a okay. Like, I'm such a little kid. It had a Build-A-Bear for the longest time. Love Build-A-Bear.
I love Build-A-Bear too. Oh.
Who doesn't love stuffing a bear?
Right. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Like, the best mall when I was a kid was Westmount Mall. And it's
Westmount Mall.
It's shit now.
The best mall when I was a kid was Frederick Mall.
I was going to ask you, did Frederick Mall actually, because I work on Victoria Street, so I'm very close to Frederick Mall. And I was just like, the place is like garbage now, but so is Westmount
cinema
Mall.
Was bumping. We were always at the cinema. It was great.
So Westmount Mall, the cinema used to be upstairs. And it was its own independent, and it had its giant food court that had every restaurant you could think of. That's all closed. That's all gone. So now Westmount Mall is just
a separate. Yeah.
Westmount Mall, you just go anywhere that goes there dies. Like, cause that's where the Sears was. That's closed.
I walked around in there once and I felt myself aging. I was like, there's nothing good here.
They used to have the best bagel place. It was Ziggy's Bagels. I've
heard of them. I haven't had them, but I've heard of them. Yeah.
It didn't survive COVID.
Yeah. That's a bummer. COVID ruined a lot.
Yeah, it did. Okay. So for food, are we just going to give one? Because like the Kitchener for me is missing something. Like, I can go to Garlics in London, Church Key. I could go, like, I always feel like there's like newer local restaurants that are always popping up, where I kind of feel like Kitchener really relies on chains.
Yeah, they do. Have you been in Kitchener, the Three Cretins? Do you like Greek food?
Wait, no. Yes, my fiance is Greek. Where is this place?
It's called the Three Cretins.
Is it still
I'll
here?
Have to send you the name of it. Yeah,
yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's my mom's favorite restaurant, so it better be there.
Oh, no, 100%.
Blow her lid.
Because I like Little Greek. They're in Breslau. So
okay.
Yeah. No, please send that to me. And if you ever want a restaurant recommendation in London, if you're ever back there.
Oh, yeah.
I can point.
I go there a lot. I just don't live there. I will not live there.
That's fair. Let's talk about roads and transportation. London's getting a 0. Just straight off the bat.
They're terrible.
There's 2 seasons in London. There's winter and construction. Anyone who says that to you and they're like, haha, no, they rip up Wonderland Road all the time and Wellington.
And it's never any better.
Nope.
It never looks better. Nope. It never looks brand new. It's like they ripped it up and then somehow put the exact same crappy road back down.
Good luck getting on a bus too that shows up on time, if it shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I've had so many missed classes because the bus just didn't come. And I'd be standing out in the freezing cold waiting. My phone would die. I'd have nowhere else to go. Like, it'd be so stupid.
Right?
I hated that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Or like, it's just even like I can't do Oxford anymore. I can't look. When my fiance is driving, I just have to look down because the road is so narrow. There's always a meth head walking across the street. No one's paying attention. I can't do Oxford.
Yeah,
it's just no.
Kitchener used to have, like, when I was growing up, there was way more construction.
Yeah,
but recently I think there's less because they actually do a decent job once they get their construction done.
Yeah.
But like growing up, we used to say the same thing, that there was construction in winter and that's it.
The biggest road that they've recently done that's near me is Ottawa Street. Ottawa.
Okay.
Near Westmount, kind of near like where the Zares is on Alpines. That was all ripped up for most of COVID. Like it's all fixed now. It actually looks nice. Yeah, I would say that's the thing in Kitchener. They actually finish it. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Not in London where there's still the same pothole.
Yeah,
listen,
exactly.
They've torn up Wellington Road more times than I can count. Same pothole is always there. It's just
yeah. And it like I feel my car falling apart beneath me as I drive over their roads.
Yep.
And my car, I have a Hyundai Elantra, and it's pretty low to the road, so it feels everything. Like any vibration, it's like, oh, okay, like I'm bouncing. Like Yeah, it's pretty aggressive.
Right.
Pretty horrible roads.
Kitchener, London has no leg to stand. It's like the worst. Like that's the main reason I'm never moving back to London. Even how much I love London, I can't deal with the roads, the lack of an expressway through the city. Yeah, wherever I am. So I'm
and it's too late now. Yeah, too late now to put one in.
Oh my God.
They'd have to bulldoze a bunch of houses.
Rapid transit. They have been talking about rapid transit in the 90s and they still won't do it. God forbid you have like a line dedicated to buses downtown.
Yeah.
Like
it's just horrible. Absolutely. Like it will take me an hour to get from one end of London to the other.
Yeah.
And in that time in Kitchener, I'd be in a whole different city if I was driving for an hour.
I mean, technically you could be in Waterloo.
Yeah, exactly.
Cambridge.
St. Jacobs. Like you could be all over the place. Yeah.
I love St. Jacobs. I want to go back there.
Beautiful.
It's so
My
beautiful.
mom worked in St. Jacobs, so I was there a lot.
Oh, where?
She worked at Corey.
Oh, okay.
It was in a building. It's a marketing company.
Oh.
And so she worked in there. I think she was like in accounts payable or something.
Oh. Well, that's very cool.
Yeah.
I just like the dress place in St. Jacobs, Le Cram.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like
there was a bakery there that I went to. There's a couple. There's one that sells pig cookies, which is wonderful. I'll have to think of the name and send it to you. Those are great. And then there's another one that I went to. And that's actually how I found out I was allergic to cashews and pistachios because I ate a cashew brittle and nearly like died. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening? I was like, so it started out slow. Like my allergy, now I'm anaphylactic. But when when I first noticed, I would just get really sick and then I'd get sicker and sicker. And then, okay, now you're going to die if you don't get an EpiPen. So I have my EpiPen with me all the time.
Good.
But
yes.
Yeah. Except sometimes I'll forget. I'll be like, I don't need my purse. And then I'll go to a restaurant and I'm like, Brittany.
Yeah.
You're so
like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah. You need your purse.
Well, on that note, I would say London, Kitchener wins. So it's tied. It's like 2-2. No, education. This is always a fascinating one. Like, what are your thoughts about like education in London versus education in Kitchener? And this is like, this can come down to university, college, high school.
Yeah. Well, in high school, I say like, I went to Cameron Heights in Kitchener, and before I went to school there, they had found like a dead homeless person nearby. And then somebody else had got stabbed in the head. And so I was like pretty nervous at my school. I stayed like in the corners and didn't go near, like I was that kid in the hallway reading a book that didn't talk to anyone because I was like, my mom would be like, don't get involved with a gang. And I'm like, why would I do that? Like,
oh my God,
why would I go do that?
That's such a Southwestern Ontario thing. For us, it was the 519 crew. Cause that's how fucking the area code crew was like, oh
man. Yeah. No, like, but then I went to Western in London, and that's ultimately like, if I didn't go to Western, I would have never found out that I liked London more than Kitchener. And then I wouldn't have met my fiance. And like, so I'm kind of biased. I like Western because I went there, and I don't know much about Laurier very much, or there's another one, Conestoga.
Laurier, Conestoga, and University of Waterloo.
And Waterloo. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I knew somebody that went to Laurier. He was a loser, but other than that, I'm sure he had a great education. I don't know.
See, I'm biased because I went to Fanshawe, and then I went to George Brown. So like, I love London. I'm also biased. Grew up there. My fiance went to Western. So he was from Toronto, moved to Bolton, Ontario when he was like 10, was like, gotta get the fuck out of Ham, gotta go to London, get some independence. And he fell in love with it. He stayed in London for another almost 8 years after he was done. Like he moved from London to Kitchener when we both did. I definitely think Western is a fantastic university. It's obviously a party school. I mean, I didn't go to
Yes.
Western, but I partied enough with the frat boys and the sorority sisters to know enough to like, I know if I walked into a class, I think they'd be like, I think you belong here. You look like I do, especially because I had the ombre blonde hair. Obviously I wore my green jacket and my tights and my shoes. Well, now I was actually going to wear an oversized Western sweater to this because I wear it all the time. And they're like, oh my God, you went to Western? I'm like, no,
I just have the sweater.
I just want a George Brown one or a Fancho one. They're so expensive. So I would definitely say London does win the education sector. Not saying that the universities in Kitchener.
Yeah, like I'm sure the universities in Kitchener, you get a great education.
But there's just something
I'm just
Western,
biased. Yeah,
right?
like I just like Western. Yeah.
I agree. So London has won. Obviously, no offense to Kitchener.
Yeah.
London. I love London. Will never live there again. But I love.
Yeah.
I love
and I'll never live in London, but I don't mind living close to it, and that I can do stuff in London.
Exactly. Now, what's one fun fact about Kitchener that I wouldn't know?
Well, the Tim Hortons. Do you know where Sotheby Public School is?
No.
I think it's off of King Street. I think it is. And there's there's Sotheby Public School is the oldest school. It was when Kitchener was originally called Central. Oh, what was it called? I don't know. I'm horrible with history.
It used to be Little Berlin.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so that was the first school that was built there.
Okay.
And because it's so historic looking and like it looks almost like a castle-ish, like kind of.
Okay.
And because it has such a distinct look, Tim Hortons wanted to build next to them, but they had to build their Tim Hortons to match the school. My door just opened because my cat's trying to get in. I was like, who's there? He's trying to get some water. I have a water dish in here too. But that Tim Hortons had to specifically look like the school next to it. Otherwise, they weren't allowed to build there. And it had a marble slab in it. Not a marble slab, a stone cold. Yeah, the stone cold, like their own version of marble slab. And that was really good ice cream. I miss that, but I don't think they have that anymore.
No, it's gone. Now you can just go to now you can just go to the grocery store and buy Tim Hortons ice cream flavors.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah. No, they came up with a line of like 8 different flavors. There's like a birthday cake Timbit, a ice cap, a coffee one. Way. Yeah. I'll send you the picture after. Yeah.
I gotta see that.
I put it on Instagram and I was like, thoughts to my Canadian simmers. Also, before we go, are you going to watch Turning Red on Disney Plus?
What's it about? I might.
It's based in Toronto. It's based in Toronto.
No way.
Yeah, I'm
so out of the loop with everything.
It's the first first women to direct a Pixar movie. It's about the girl that lives downtown Toronto, and it's about her suffering with anxiety and like how she copes with it. But like, she turns into a giant red panda. Like when
I have to watch this,
right? But like,
love red pandas.
They made it Tim Hortons, and there's the CN Tower there, and I'm gonna watch it next weekend. I'm so excited. But anyways, back to London versus Kitchener. For London, I'm just trying to think of like cool facts. I would say like an art fact would be the Group of Seven. A lot of it did take place in London, Ontario. That is where a lot of the inspiration came from the Group of Seven. Like if you see any of their paintings, it is usually the Thames River. Yeah. Cool. So that's a really cool fact. And also before, Rachel McAdams was like super famous, you would just see her just like hanging out downtown. And like, Ryan Gosling, same idea. I mean, they're from London. Justin Bieber is also I know everyone says he's from Stratford, but like he was born at Victoria Hospital and just moved to Stratford. So like I would say London has like a lot of like famous.
And he bought a place in London as well. I don't know if he still has it, but he did buy a place. I saw it. Like I went and drove by it. Yeah. Anybody can go near it, but I'm not like stalking him. That was just like, I want to see his house. Like, that's cool that he lives here.
Right. I mean, if I was ever if I was ever a really big celebrity, I would buy a house just in London. So like if I could just go home and see my family without needing to sleep in my childhood bed every time, it'd be really great.
Yeah. It's not like put yourselves in there.
Right. Well, anyways,
I'll lay on the bottom.
Anyways, B, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for indulging in this first ever London versus Kitchener battle. I've never done anything like this. You're the first person I've ever talked to that's actually like has lived in a city that I've lived in.
No, I thought it was so surprising when we found that out. I was like, no way.
I mean, the fact that you lived in the building that I lived in. I mean, to be fair, everybody lives in that building. Like,
everybody's lived in that building.
Everyone's lived in that building.
And like so many people are like, oh, I live there. Yeah. I'm like, join the club.
Right. And like the fact I used to I used to work at that Shoppers. That was my second ever job. I worked at the Palisade. I worked at the McDonald's. I worked at the Wendy's. I worked at and the A&W at the end. Like I worked.
And they're all right there.
They're all right there.
I could walk up to any one of those places within 20 minutes and just be there.
Right.
Yeah.
No, as soon as you said that building, I was like, I lived there. My girlfriend lived there. Like everybody's lived there.
Yeah.
But anyways, I want to say it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming here today. Why don't you tell everybody where we can find all your work?
Oh yeah. So I have a Sims account on Instagram. It's at simdefolie. I'm sure you'll write it down in the description, but it's at simdefolie, and it's the same across the board. Like I'm going to be on TikTok eventually, but I'm not there yet. I'm still learning Instagram. Okay. So, and I have a YouTube channel that I've just started posting on. I think I have like 4 videos now, and there's going to be many more to come. Not that 4 is a lot, but it's a lot for me. So I don't talk that much on camera. Like I don't use Snapchat. I never like recording myself and just sending it off. Like I've never done that. So now I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone more. And that's why I really like YouTube, because it gives me a chance to talk more. And I really like the Let's Play because I think you get to know my personality a bit more. You can see very much that I have ADHD. Like I'm all over the map. I'm like, oh, this garbage can's on fire. Wait, what's happening over here? Like everything. Like I'm just all over the place. But so simdefolie across the board. That's me. You can find me. I'm B. My name's Britney as well, but I go by B. But you'll hear me sometimes call myself Britney. So that's who that is. It's my other personality.
Well, simdefolie. I got it right this time. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please go follow my girl. The links are all going to be below. Like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm very excited to see what you will be working on in this coming future. And I'm very excited to watch your Let's Play. I hope that you continue to have no problems with my wedding story. But
so far, so good. Yeah.
I've knocked on all the wood for you just to ensure.
I also haven't gotten married yet. Like that's the main thing. That's what we're building up to. So I'm sure I'll find out.
By the time you get to the wedding part, I hope to God everything will be fixed by then.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so too. Because everyone was so excited about that pack. And then it just went, So
anyways, B, it's an absolute pleasure, and have a great rest of your day. Okay.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.